Donald Trump made a very public claim. He said China and Russia had assured him that they would not sell weapons to Iran. His exact warning was simple: if they do, it will be very bad for them. But now, a Reuters investigation claims Iran is about to receive hundreds of Chinese made shoulder fired air defense missiles. And those weapons aren't just coming from China, they're reportedly traveling through Pakistan before reaching Iran. If true, that raises two massive questions. Did Xi Jinping quietly fool Donald Trump? And even more intriguing, did Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir once again hoodwink Washington by playing both sides as mediator, publicly standing with Washington while privately helping Iran? Let's break that down. So here's what's driving the news. A new report claims that Iran is set to receive 300 to 400 Chinese-made shoulder-fired air defense systems. The deal includes China's QW-12 and FN-16 missiles, a deal worth $60 to $70 million. The plan: fly them out of Urumqi in western China, then route them through Pakistan into Iran. Delivery within weeks. This is not some fringe claim. Multiple Western and Middle Eastern intelligence sources confirmed that the deal was in discussion. The systems in question are man-portable, easy to move, easy to hide, exactly the kind of weapon Iran needs right now as it rebuilds after months of conflicts with Israel and the United States. The Chinese weapons plug another big gap. Weeks of US bombing showed Iran's air defense network was not nearly as strong as many believed. Israel claimed it destroyed large parts of Iran's integrated air defense system during the opening days of the conflict, and China now appears ready to plug those gaps for Iran. Here's where things get politically explosive. Just last week, Trump confidently declared that China and Russia had promised not to arm Iran. He even warned both countries against doing so. But Reuters now says that deliveries could begin within weeks. Officially, Beijing has denied the report. But if true, China watchers will not be surprised. Why? Because Iran sits at the heart of China's Belt and Road connectivity and remains one of Beijing's most important energy partners despite sanctions. So from Beijing's perspective, helping Iran rebuild just enough defense capability without openly escalating the conflict could fit neatly into its long-term strategy. If that's what happened, Trump's confidence may have been badly misplaced. When cornered by reporters, a surprised Trump reminded Xi Jinping's personal promise to him of no arms for Tehran. Take a listen.
Well, that would be surprising. I mean, things like that happen, but that would be surprising. He told me very strongly he wouldn't partake, and he knows I'd be quite disappointed.
Trump's language was calculated, not outrage, just disappointed, targeted at Xi Jinping. But perhaps the most fascinating part of the report is not China, it's Pakistan. According to the report, the missiles would travel from western China through Pakistan and enter Iran. Now, Pakistan has completely denied any involvement, calling the report absolutely concocted. But if these allegations are eventually proven true, Islamabad would once again be playing its favorite geopolitical game with both sides. Remember, Pakistan remains a major non-NATO ally in many American security calculations. It has recently rebuilt relations with Washington, particularly during the Iran conflict, where it publicly projected itself as a stabilizing regional partner. At the same time, Pakistan's closest strategic relationship remains China. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, massive Chinese defense cooperation, and decades of military partnership makes Beijing Pakistan's most important long-term ally. And Iran? Well, despite occasional border tensions, Pakistan also cannot afford prolonged hostility with its western neighbor. So if Pakistan merely allowed transit, it wouldn't necessarily mean it supplied weapons, but it would mean facilitating Chinese strategic interests and helping Iran rebuild its capabilities while maintaining a very different public posture before Washington. Now, you might ask, why are shoulder-fired missiles such a big deal, and especially for Iran? Because they solve one of Tehran's biggest wartime problems: large radar systems, fixed missile batteries, and major air defense installations. They can all be identified and destroyed. Portable launchers are different. They can be hidden, moved quickly, deployed around nuclear facilities, missile bases, oil infrastructure, or military headquarters even. Every truck, every warehouse, every mountain road can potentially become an air defense position for Iran. They are not enough to stop stealth aircraft, but they make drone operations, helicopter missions, and low-level strikes far more dangerous. And that is why military planners value them so highly and why Iran wants them urgently. So did Xi Jinping and Asim Munir fool Donald Trump? Right now, there is no independent confirmation that the deliveries have actually begun. China denies everything, Pakistan denies everything, and Iran is not talking. But if Reuters reporting is accurate, it suggests something much bigger than one weapons shipment. It suggests that while Washington believed diplomatic assurances were holding, China and Pakistan may have quietly continued strengthening one of America's principal adversaries in the region. And Pakistan, of course, may have once again demonstrated its remarkable ability to keep one foot in Washington's camp and the other firmly inside Beijing's strategic orbit. That is the real story, because in this new Middle East power game, Asim Munir is trying to sit at every table. The question is whether he can continue to do that without eventually being caught between tables. This is Times Access, where global stories meet India's perspective. Click on the bell icon to subscribe, because the next big global shift will have India at its center.
If they had a nuclear weapon,
The old rules are breaking. Alliances are shifting.
Apologize again to the victims of the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Wars are redrawing maps. Oil routes can shake economies overnight. One election in America can impact markets in Mumbai.
no tax on tips.
One move by China can alter the balance in Asia. One conflict in West Asia can hit every Indian household. This is no longer a distant story. This is our story. Your story. Because for the first time in decades, India is not watching from the sidelines. India is rising. India is negotiating. India is balancing rivals. India is building military strength. India is shaping trade routes. India is becoming central to the new global order. And yet, most global news is still told through someone else's lens. Washington's lens, Beijing's lens, London's lens. But where is India's lens? Where is the platform that explains the world from our perspective? Welcome to India's Axis, a new destination for geopolitics, strategy and power seen through India's eyes. From Neighborhood Watch to the biggest global stories that matter to you. Why tensions in the Taiwan Strait matter to India. How one move by China can affect India's security. What turmoil in Pakistan means for regional stability. How Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bhutan shape India's neighborhood. Why oil choke points can hit your wallet. How wars abroad can reshape India's security. This is not noise. This is not shouting. This is not recycled headlines. This is sharp, intelligent storytelling. Daily explainers, war room analysis, strategic conversations. Because news is everywhere, but perspective is rare, and in the age of confusion, clarity is power. Axis is for the audience that wants more than headlines. The axis of global power is shifting. India is at the center of that shift. It's time the world was explained accordingly, to understand the world through India's strategic lens. Subscribe now.